We're on numero
Two,
tres. Trays is the third topic of this episode, and it's going over to number three, the T, Taylor
I'm just kidding.
Sager.
So yeah, I wanted to talk about our best friend Nintendo here, and just kind of
Link on the other side of that cup.
How sad
look at it.
I am that Nintendo is.
I don't know if we're allowed to show that.
Is
There you go. Yeah, thank you.
I'm sad that Nintendo is not making the games that I want them to make. So I got a list here of the games. We've got 17 games. These are all full retail games that they released for full retail price point. And only 7 of those 17 games were over a 6 out of 10 from IGN.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty
far cry from the heyday of Nintendo.
Yeah. Some of those games include huge heavy hitters from the past too, like Donkey Kong Country. What is it? Frozen Land or something like that?
Tropical Freeze.
Tropical Freeze. Yeah, that got a 6 out of 10. What else we got here? We got Super Mario Maker, obviously, is one of their big ones. Yoshi's Woolly World did pretty good. Xenoblade Chronicles did good. And Kirby and
Can I just throw a little tidbit in there? It's funny to me that the most well-received and best Nintendo game currently is exactly like the ones from the NES and Super Nintendo days.
It is a game that you make NES and Super Nintendo levels.
With you can give it the aesthetics of the new Super Mario or whatever, but it's still essentially the original Mario concept, right? It's
well, like you choose between like all of the running mechanics for the NES games are exactly the same if you make a NES game.
Right.
All the mechanics for Super Nintendo are the same if you make a Super Nintendo one. All the mechanics for the Wii one are the same if you make a Wii style one. Right, so like you can do any era of Mario games you want, and it'll match up.
They're all parallax scrolling side things left to right.
Yep. Just like the last Wii.
Exactly. I haven't played it. I'd love to. It looks flipping amazing. I would have so much fun to it, but I just think that that's an interesting note that the one game from Nintendo's first party stuff that's selling is the same thing that's consistently always sold, and everything else that they're doing with their new franchise pisses me off. Fuck you, Metroid. That's not the Metroid I want.
Yeah.
You little big-headed bastard 4-player co-op.
Yeah. Last, like 2014, the only games that got over a 6 were Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, I think. Both
exceptional games.
Yeah. The rest of the looks like 10 other games that are on here. Some of these are only released in Japan, though. All got under 6.
I don't get it. They used to hold their first-party IPs with such high esteem, and it used to come out with nothing but excellence attached to it. And now I look at the Star Fox that's coming, and like I said in our first episode, it looks like it's probably going to be my biggest disappointment of the year. And I've been waiting for a good Star Fox since Star Fox Adventures on the GameCube or whatever.
Yeah, it's been too long, and like I don't understand how Star Fox on the GameCube looks better than Star Fox on the Wii U. That's what I don't get. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not very excited about the future of Nintendo and their publishing based on what they've been doing in the last few years.
The other thing is maybe they're like, the only thing I can think of is they're putting out these little cutesy spin-offs, and they just did a Star Fox because whatever, it's a Star Fox. It's not the biggest one right now, but they're putting things out because they have to on the Wii U, but they know they're putting things out to die right now. So maybe they're holding back all their cards for their NX, right? Or whatever it is.
Like why put out Star Fox then, you know? Like I haven't seen the Star Fox
because they need
just in the ship since Nintendo 64 essentially, right?
You need one thing that's going to sell. That's a hook.
Are they gonna do? I heard that because they're doing Zelda for the Wii U still, right? Because they're gonna do it just like they did Twilight Princess, I think, and do it on both. I think they just announced that they're actually gonna. They weren't gonna release.
They haven't announced that yet.
No, it's coming to the Wii U.
We know it's coming to the Wii U. We don't know if it's going to come to the next one.
Both. Yeah.
So well, it was only
going to be on the next one at first, and then they announced that it's going to be coming to the Wii U. Yeah.
No. It was announced for the Wii U like 3 years ago, man.
No, they said it was not going to be on here. It was going to be on the NX. The next Zelda is not on the Wii U. It's on the NX. That was well known. Well, yeah, definitely came out in a Nintendo Open to say that. definitely.
Okay, well, they might have said that after they had already announced a Nintendo game for the Wii U, or Zelda game for the Wii U, because they were talking about Zelda Wii U since the launch of the Wii U.
Yeah, I think this was like a year or so.
They even showed a trailer, but the trailer was just a field of fucking grass.
I remember that, yeah. That was probably from Hyrule Warriors. Excellent Zelda game, guys. Thanks for that one.
I haven't played it, but apparently it's fun. Apparently it plays really fun, and it's actually kind of entertaining, but... if you're into the Dynasty Warriors style stuff. Warriors, but that being said, fuck, I'm going to probably get flack for this. Fuck Zelda. Fuck Zelda up its big dumb ass. I didn't like Twilight Princess that much. I thought
you played it on the Wii, though.
I did play it on the Wii. What's your point? You think it's going to be better on a Wii U?
No, it's not on the Wii U.
Exactly. Skyward Sword, fucking dumb art style. Didn't like those stupid birds. It was too cartoony and kiddie for me.
Yeah, I got cartoony.
I'm tired of the gameplay. And something needs to change with that franchise. It's too the same now, right? You can't keep playing at my Ocarina of Time strings. I love those games. Love them, but it needs to switch up for me to get back into that franchise. I'm tired of it.
But they also had the 3DS, the top-down, that's currently really good. Not the Phantom Hourglass. Something.
Yeah, but once again,
it's like the sequel to Link from the Past.
Exactly. Once again, another one of their top sellers is just harking back to something they did on the NES or the Super Nintendo.
Well, I mean, you know what? I don't mind that, and this is the reason why I think that it's stupid. Like Donkey Kong Country, that tropical fucking freeze one, they could have just done another Donkey Kong Country, and
it's a side-scroller platformer.
But it's clearly not as well. It's not as well like put together. It's not as well developed. Like
yeah. Exactly.
So I don't know. I don't know who's making decisions, but I feel like they're the wrong ones.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been making the wrong decisions for years, man. If you look at their stocks, they're losing money, and they can't stand to keep losing money. They just can't. Otherwise, you're gonna see big changes at a fundamental level with how Nintendo is run and the products that they're putting out. Yeah. Right.
I feel like we're in like the slow decline of like an old friend now, and they're just
it feels like a Dreamcast all over again is what this NX feels like to me, because like the Sega's system, Sega Saturn, abysmal sales, did shit. Dreamcast came out, killed the company, because the competition beat it, right? Wii U comes out, fails miserably. And it came out before the competition. Now the NX comes out, and if it's not either better or on par with these new consoles that we already have, it's going to get shit on and run over.
Yeah, but it has industry-leading chips. Didn't you hear that? Didn't you hear him say that?
Doritos, it's even a mystery flavor. Because we don't know what the fuck they are.
Well played.
I think that it's the NX is going to be their do or die sort of system here. It's either they put out an NX and they fucking get their shit together, and
hashtag Colin was right.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure they're going to launch at E3, and I think that he's right that Nintendo's going to have a press conference at E3 this year to forego the Direct. They have to.
They're not. Yeah, it's exactly like what Colin said on their podcast. They can't just keep like not playing the game and think that they're going to win the game. Like you have to play ball with the other people if you're going to fucking win the game. You can't just like do your own thing and be your own fucking like league or whatever and think that you're going to beat everybody else out. Like everybody's too involved now. Like we watched E3 videos online. Like that wasn't a thing like 10 years ago or whatever, or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was. I've been live streaming E3 for about 7 years now.
Wow. Yeah. I thought it was all like it's all press. Like when did they start letting like regular people into E3?
It's what it started out as.
Really?
Oh no, it started out as a press thing. Yeah, not. It's been, people have been able to go since 2001, 2002.
Yeah, so like 15 years.
What are you trying to say?
No, I'm just wondering because like
how long has E3 been around?
Nintendo's been like doing their shit since the 80s, right? And then they keep doing their Nintendo Directs or whatever, and then like E3 started in 95 or 96.
The Nintendo Direct started like 2 years ago. They dropped out of. They had a press conference. There was always the big three: Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, you're blowing my mind here.
You clearly just don't know anything.
so
Why are you talking?
Why the fuck would they just jump out
Get
of
the
E3?
fuck out of here.
Because they're just doing their own thing?
Yeah. They just pretended like they 2 years ago they said with the Wii U, they were like, no, we're just going to do Nintendo Directs. And they make these little 30-minute focused Directs, and they play it through the Wii U at their target audience. And they just don't show up at these trade shows and show off games or anything.
Like, how do you expect to get other people on your console then?
They don't. They haven't had third-party support since after the Super Nintendo.
I mean, other people to buy it. Like you're like, we're only going to give you this information to the people who already own our shit.
Oh, well, here's the thing. They were at the trade shows. Like, they unveiled the Wii U at E3.
Right.
Right? So the E3 had already came out, and they had like 2 years worth of sales or whatever before they left and went into the Nintendo Direct. And the Nintendo Directs you can find online.
Right.
Right? So it still reaches a mass audience. You could go watch every Nintendo Direct right now.
Yeah. If I see, but a lot of people know that E3 is a thing. I feel like Nintendo Directs being a thing is a little bit less known, especially people who don't already have a Nintendo.
I don't think so, because I think the E3 is for the initiated. People don't just watch E3 stuff that aren't into gaming, right? And so you
don't buy gaming shit if you're not into gaming.
Exactly. And so if you're a Nintendo fan, you know what a Nintendo Direct is. If you even we don't own the Wii U's, I'm telling you everything about a Nintendo Direct right now. They still get the name out there.
Well, everybody knows the name Nintendo. I mean, it's not like you need to push that.
Exactly, right? So I mean, but they're just pretending that the industry doesn't. They're bending it to their own will. They're making their own fucking rules. But you got to be at these trade shows.
Well,
they're not as big as they think they are, I think, is what's going on. Or I don't know. I can't even fathom their fucking thought process right now. Like, it doesn't even make any sense to me. Like, it just boggles my fucking mind.
Like, they have a lot of money, yeah, but they are not a Walmart. They're not a Facebook. Like, they are not that big.
They have a lot of money, right? I mean,
they can't keep hemorrhaging money, man. That's not good business sense. Just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean you complete it. I know. You know? Yeah.
They have a board of directors that's going to shut them down.
They're going to have a lot of people that own stock that are like, hey, guys, I don't like this, and I'm going to sell. So
you think...
Sorry.
If this fails... That's it. Nintendo will be really struggling with anything after
They're not going to go anywhere.
They're not
going to disappear. I think you'll see them shift to bigger things, like, say, licensing out IP, maybe. Mobile will be a big platform for them, releasing classic games to mobile devices just to renege some losses off
let's not forget
consoles.
Let's not forget the handheld market. Nintendo has been dominating for a long time.
No, it's been waning. Like, the actual stocks in 3DS right now are not doing very well.
But they sold so many of those.
It's because why do I need a 3DS when I've got my freaking phone already?
And it's like and the 3DS sale, 3DS sold substantially less than the DS.
Yeah, but I mean,
substantially less.
The DS was more than PS2, right?
Yeah, the DS was huge, but like, we're talking substantially less. Like, and that's not a good thing. That's that means the market is smaller than it used to be and drying up because of mobile devices like phones and shit like that.
Yeah, I think if the NX does go down,
because a lot of their market for the DS and 3DS was in Japan, and Japan is primarily playing on the phones now.
Yeah. I think if the NX goes down in a horrible way, I think that it might be the last console that they put out, and they'll license out their IPs to other developers, and they'll still
have first party studios, but they'll make their games maybe for other consoles. It'll be a Sega scenario, you know.
I think that's gonna happen, and then not gonna happen, but I think if it fucks up, then that's kind of the route they're gonna take. They're gonna focus more on pushing their mobile and
I don't like some of the rumors I've heard about it so far. Like the little, what is it? They have like touchscreen controllers or something like that where you can move around
for the NX.
Yeah,
we don't know. Everything's pure speculation.
I know it's speculation, but that is the speculation we have to go on to speak about it.
Yeah, there's also the speculation of it being a hybrid handheld and home console that you can take on the go. I think they really need to get back to basics and just sit down and make a fucking classic console with a fucking controller that is normal with a bunch of buttons. But they don't do that.
No.
They don't do that. The N64, they had some like alien hand-shaped controller. The one after that, the GameCube.
Alien handshake controller.
Oh, come on. What do you... I don't fucking know.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and then the GameCube was just like, are you guys fucking kidding me? Why are these buttons shaped like kidneys? Like, I don't get it. And well, the mini discs is they still had their heads up their ass with proprietary bullshit and being able to be the only ones that could print the discs for their consoles, right? Mm-hmm. And that is exactly what segregated them from all of the third-party support from the NES and Super Nintendo, and everybody jumped ship to Sony. So they shot themselves in the foot years ago with that one, but they are obsessed with making new weird things. Yeah. Motion control, it's always something new and innovative, which is admirable, but always not the best thing.
Not always necessary.
Yeah, like why?
Innovate every other generation.
I feel like they're in the mentality that it's like there's enough people making these just straight up set top box with a controller. In order for us to to extinguish ourselves from the rest, we have to have this like special little bit different because this is Nintendo, and it's like you interact with us differently than you interact with other people, but it's like you could just put in like fucking really good graphic shit and give me a controller, and then just give me like really high res tech, like cartoony looking Nintendo games.
I mean, I'd like them to go back to what they used to do. What they used to do was make a good console, like the NES or the Super Nintendo, and then make peripherals that go off of that, like the Super Scope, the NES Club. Make as many of those dumb things as you want, CD. But make the foundation a regular console.
Right. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, if there wasn't, like... I guess there is still the regular controller you could plug into the Wii, but I don't think you can play all the games on the Wii.
No, like you have to I don't think so. I don't know.
I think you make games for regular controller, and then you give me the nunchuck and shit as an extra shit that I could add in there when I feel like jumping around and flashing like Link. Yeah, I like that.
That's how I think they should do it. It worked for them in the past, but what do I know? I've only bought in every console they've ever owned. Fuck.
Except for this one.
Except for the Wii U. Yeah, I took a stand and I was like, that's a Wii Poo, and I ain't doing it.
It's a big old Wii Poo.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, that was our good Nintendo vent session there. Yeah. Obviously, I'm coming at it from a lover scorned.
Me too.
I loved Nintendo. It was the first love of my life. It introduced me to video games, and it gave me my first erection.
And now I feel like you don't love me anymore, Nintendo.
That's exactly it. We've been married for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. You've squeezed 3 kids out of me, 4 kids out of me. You're not attracted to me anymore. You don't come home till late at night.
You stink like gin.
I do the dishes. I have to wash and dry like a single mother.
Oh, man.
I just want you to come home.
Yeah, I just
want you to come home and be a good father to our children, Mario, Luigi, and Kirby, and Fox, and Link. Oh, fuck. That's how we'll end that episode of the Dude Pool Gamescast. Thanks again for joining us. As always, I'm the host, the Dude 250, Nicky D. This is Taylor Sager, my man Danny Peel, coming from the UK. Make sure to check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/group/DudePoolGaming, or just search Dude Pool Gaming on Facebook. You'll probably find us. Twitter, we are at Dude Pool Gaming, no spaces. Check it out, and we will join you next time.
See you guys.